Welcome to the Destiny Keys, Life Purpose Astrology with Ahimsa Grace, astrology teacher and spiritual space holder. We look at the stars and we know things.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Capricorn season. So, the sun is shining on Capricorn for the next 30 days, and this is going to affect you personally as well as everybody around you. So, what is the energy of the sign of Capricorn? So, Capricorn is known as the father of the zodiac. So, this is the part of you, whether you're a man or a woman, this is the part of you that wants to work hard, that wants to be seen, as your social standing. You want to be seen in the workplace. As I did that, I held up my tarot cards, and the card of being seen was right there. That's so funny. The Six of Fire. So it's the card of being seen. It's the card of allowing yourself to take your place in the world. We've got our place in the home, which is Cancer, and then we've got our place out there in the world, which is Capricorn. So it's about working hard, it's about making money, it's about building a business, it's about leaving a legacy. And it's so wonderful to have the winter solstice in Capricorn season, because what we're doing in the winter solstice is we are reflecting on the year that has gone, the 6 months that have gone, the 12 months that have gone, and we're looking forward. What do I want to achieve in the next 12 months? What do I want to build and make happen in the next 12 months? And that is all very much Capricorn energy. So we've got the winter solstice. That is the very beginning of Capricorn season. That's the 21st of December at 0 degrees Capricorn. And I really enjoyed pulling tarot cards and oracle cards in the last episode. So I'm going to do that again today. So many people are feeling foggy and tired. I'm feeling foggy and tired and have been for the past week or so. It's really important that you honor yourself, that you do what feels right to you, that you take the rest that you can. You hide your bad hair day with the Santa hat. You pull your tarot cards to assist you in your astrology reading. You've got all these gifts in your life that you can support yourself with. Don't go into the low road of Capricorn that I have to overwork, that I have to burn myself out. My body should be able to handle this. My mind should be able to handle that. So I'm going to plow on through anyway. Life doesn't always work like that. So I am going to pull 3 cards for the winter solstice to help guide us. First of all, we have the Eight of Air. So, this winter solstice, there are a lot of T squares. There's a lot of red lines going on. Lots of things are opposite each other, the planets. A lot of them are at 90 degrees to each other. But there's also a lot of harmonious energy. So, it feels like when we have to go through a struggle, we become stronger and we lean on our gifts to get us through. And that feels like that is what the sky is telling us. For example, we've got Jupiter sitting opposite Mercury, and that is a difficult energy because the Gemini energy is quite scattered, it's quite changeable. It almost feels kind of ADHD where you can't quite get the ground under your feet. And we are all feeling that right now. And that's sitting opposite Mercury in Sagittarius. It's making it hard to think. It's making it hard to do business. It's making it hard to get our mind straight, to teach, to learn our philosophies, our spirituality. It's sort of a challenge. And then we've also got Neptune opposite the moon. Neptune and the moon are square the sun. So our feelings, our emotions, I should be like this, I should be like that, starting to get ourselves feeling anxious. The sun is wanting to shine and work really, really, really hard, and they're making us feel a bit fuzzy. It's making us feel a little bit foggy. So my recommendation, that's what this Eight of Air is saying, is that you feel fuzzy and you feel foggy. And that's okay, because underneath all of that, you're getting stronger, you're getting more powerful. Not only because you're having to think through the fog, but also that fog is almost us handing the reins over to that higher power. It's stepping away from that control a little bit, trusting the flow of life a little bit, allowing it to take the wheel while we rest and we are just present here and now, not fighting what is happening, accepting it and using our strengths, using our gifts, trusting the process. So we've got a lot of, like I say, oppositions, a lot of T squares, a lot of squares, but we do have a lot of blue lines as well. So we've got Mars is trine Mercury. Mars is how we move forward. It's retrograde. So we're thinking about how we move forward more than moving forward. And that's really helping us um, get clear on a lot of things. Mercury is helping us figure out how to change up our business so that we can move forward, how to change the way that we think more intuitively, more spiritually, perhaps, so that when the time comes in late February when Mars goes direct, we can move forward. Mars is also trine Neptune as well. So, again, considering how we might move forward, that is more aligned with our intuition. So, exactly what I just said. And I hadn't even looked at that part chart because my intuition was guiding me, and you can do the same as well. So, it's seen through that illusion that we have to be in control all the time, we have to be super clear all the time. Sometimes we can step back and let life take the wheel, if that makes sense. All right, so there's the first card. I'm going to pull two more for the solstice. So we've got the Messenger of Fire. She is coming up. Do you think she looks a bit like me? If you can see this, yeah, let me know if you think she looks a bit like me. The Messenger of Fire. So it's funny because she's got like the Christmas candles on her head as well as like a crown. So this is us stepping into our power, stepping into our determination, accepting the fact that you are fiery at times, and there's no more repressing that. It's expressing it, it's embracing it, it's knowing that it's a part of who you are. And yeah, we aren't, in quotation marks, perfect. But we can still express our fire and we can still make mistakes and be absolutely loved and lovable. Okay. So things might not always be clear and we may be a bit fiery sometimes. And the Eight of Earth. This is all a learning experience. You are learning a new way of being that isn't people pleasing, it's not controlling, it's allowing life to flow, it's accepting yourself as you are, and it's learning a whole new way of being that is in flow and in trust. So the solstice is like the new moon of the solar year. So new moons are setting intentions. We're kind of reflecting on where we've been, what went right, what went wrong, what we learned, and where do we want to be a year from now? What do we want to have achieved a year from now? And those cards are telling me that whatever it is you want to achieve, you definitely can when you embrace yourself as you are, when you trust the flow of life, and when you learn, you take it all as a light adventure, a learning experience. You can absolutely get to where you want to be. So that is the winter solstice. Obviously, for people in the southern hemisphere, this is the summer solstice for you. So this is about like the full moon of the solar year. So you are celebrating what has gone right. You are letting go of what went wrong. Maybe you'll try again next year a different way, but for now it didn't work. I'm celebrating what I have achieved and I am getting rid of what isn't going to happen this year. And it's sort of a big let go. What else have we got coming up? So there's something really exciting coming up in Capricorn season, and that is Pluto fully moving into Aquarius. So everyone said back in, was it September, November? That Pluto is now in Aquarius and it's not in Capricorn anymore. Well, that isn't entirely true because it's still at 0 degrees Aquarius. It's not quite in Aquarius, it's 0. It's in between Capricorn and Aquarius. So these months have been us with one foot in Capricorn And then on the 30th of December, we fully step out of Capricorn, fully into Aquarius with that Pluto energy. So, what does that mean? Pluto is transformation. So, we have had a big transformation when it comes to the patriarchy, when it comes to education, government, media, healthcare. There's been a lot of stuff brought to the surface so that it can be transformed. And that has been, almost 20 years of Pluto moving through Capricorn. And now it's got one foot in Capricorn, one foot in Aquarius. So Aquarius is the next area of our world to be transformed. But right now, we're in both worlds. So we are still dealing with the dregs of the patriarchy while we step into a whole new way of being when it comes to technology, when it comes to community, when it comes to authenticity and individuality. Like we've all felt this brewing because Capricorn kept going into Aquarius, then retrograding back into Capricorn. So it started to show us what is coming in Aquarius. And this is our last chance now to make changes to our world, to ourselves, when it comes to how we work, when it comes to business, when it comes to leaving a legacy, when it comes to standing in our power, when it comes to our social standing and standing loud and proud in who we are and what we do. Then that transformation is over on the 30th of December for like 230 years. And Pluto fully moves into Aquarius for a couple of decades. So this is a big shift. So if there's anything coming up for you around the father wound, around the patriarchy, around like if you push away behaviors in people and label them as toxic masculinity, label them as I don't know, anything that's sort of anti-masculine energy, that could be something that needs healing in yourself. And this is kind of your last chance to do it in this really transformational way, where we are accepting all the different facets of ourselves and we're healing any of those patriarchal wounds in ourselves. So something for you to reflect on if you wish to, as you just go about your day-to-day life, just see what's in you and start to bring some healing, some awareness to that. We've also got Chiron. So Chiron has been retrograde for ages, and it finally goes direct on the 29th of December. So that is the day before Pluto retrograde ends and the day of the new moon. So the 29th and the 30th of December feel really, really powerful, very, very shifty. So what's Chiron? Chiron is the wounded healer. So Chiron is in Aries, and Chiron in Aries is like what we will do for others that we don't do for ourselves, what we encourage others to do, stand in their fire, like the messenger of fire card that I pulled, having your boundaries, allowing yourself to get angry sometimes, accepting that's part of life. And that if we champion that in other people, but we don't allow ourselves to do it, we are repressing parts of ourselves. We are people pleasing. We are not putting down those strong boundaries to protect ourselves. We aren't releasing our fire. And so it takes itself out on us, which can be autoimmunity issues. So it's embracing that fire within us. And then when Chiron goes direct, as we go into January, it's about standing in your power, not people pleasing anymore, not suppressing your fire anymore, standing in that very powerful energy. Chiron is a super, super asteroid. So let's pull a couple of cards. Let's do one for Pluto going direct and let's do one for Chiron going direct. So the astrological new year is like nowhere near the 1st of January, but collectively for us, it does feel very new yeary. Really, this is like 3 months of tiling the soil, planning, preparing, and then Aries season is really where it all kicks off. So not till March. This is like the sleepy 3 months. So I'm not going to do a card for the new year or New Year's Day, but let's do one for Pluto. Eight of Fire. Okay, so the Eight of Fire is the card of travel, the card of spirituality, the card of higher learning. It's a very Sagittarius energy. So Pluto going direct, going fully into Aquarius, it's like take it as an adventure. See how much spiritual wisdom you can glean from it. Allow it to free you into the authenticity that you've suppressed when it comes to your freedom of movement, your freedom of expression, your freedom of thought, your freedom to expand. So that's what's come up for Pluto going direct. And then for Chiron going direct, we've got the Queen of Water. That's really interesting. Water and fire, very different energies. And Aries, where Chiron is a fire sign. So this is my message I'm getting from this is nurture yourself. Nurture yourself through it. Don't feel like you have to immediately stand in your fire. You have to be like really empowered and embody the fire. Like if that isn't feeling right for you, then the Queen of Water is like, get comfortable with those emotions. The Queen of Water in this deck looks like she's breathing underwater. And she's serene, she's peaceful, she's cool. So it's about, yeah, maybe you're feeling those emotions, that fire, and you're concerned it could overwhelm you. It's getting comfortable with those emotions, not pushing any parts of ourselves away, embracing it, accepting it, and loving it. And through that process, you can learn to really love your fire. I just had a card jump out as well. That's the Nine of Water. So the Nine of Water is that when it comes to, okay, so I wasn't doing a card for New Year as in the 1st of January, but this card is for the New Year and the 1st of January. You can make this year whatever you want it to be. The sign of Aquarius is like, which is where Pluto is moving into. And they say that we are moving into the age of Aquarius with this shift of Pluto now fully. So it's about stealing the fire of the gods. We have the abilities of the gods, we can manifest just as the gods can. And all we have to do is stay in love, trust the flow of life, know where we are going, know your destiny. We do this with the Destiny Keys Academy. You know exactly who you are and why you're here. And you keep that in mind while you ask life a question and focus on the question. There's like so many steps that will take you from where you are now to the completion of your destiny, if you like, even though I don't really feel like there is a completion to it, but like the end goal, there's going to be 10 steps, 100 steps, 1,000 steps, and you're on this step. And you keep that right in your mind. Ask God, the universe, whatever it might be, the answer to the question that will take you to the next step. And then keep your eye open, keep your heart open, keep loving, and life will show you what you need to do, what you need to know, the next step that you need to take, how you need to do it. This is very powerful stuff, and we are able to access this now, but we need to come out of fear and we need to come into love and trust. We need to know who we are and why we are here. And the Nine of Water is like, choose what you want, choose what you desire for the year ahead, for the lifetime ahead, and then keep your eye on the prize. Keep your mind on the next question and follow life. Life is going to show you the way. So that was a bit more deep than I intended. So we've got the new moon on the 30th of December. That's at 9 degrees Capricorn. And we have the full moon on the 13th of January. That's the full moon in Cancer, 24 degrees Cancer. So the new moon is about intention setting. We are intention setting when it comes to the Capricorn energy, the patriarchy, business, making money, leaving a legacy, being the boss, working hard. Yeah. So we are setting intentions when it comes to that. Where do you want your business to be? What sort of money do you want to have? And you can, sit in meditation on the 30th of December, really sit with that energy, write out, journal what it is that you want over the next month, 6 months, 12 months when it comes to money, when it comes to business, when it comes to your power. I'm going to pull a card for it. Pulling cards. Astrology with tarot combined is one of my greatest pleasures. So this is for the new moon, the Ace of Air. Lovely. So the Ace of Air is a card of being able to timeline shift, like doing the process that I just told you with the Nine of Water, setting your intentions for the month ahead, every single month, being in the energy of the where the sun is transiting every single month keeps you here, it keeps you now, it keeps you present, it keeps you on the current step. And that is when you're able to make big timeline shifts. That's when you're able to move forward really quickly because you aren't trying to rush forward. You're being here now. That's how you move forward. And then we've got the full moon. So this is in Cancer. So the full moon is letting go. Full moon in Cancer is letting go of hiding away, from being overly defensive, from not taking enough self care time. When I've recorded this, I'm going to go have an infrared sauna and a bath. Like, we need to balance the work with the self care, take care of ourselves, body, mind, and soul. So set your intentions around that. For the Astrology Club, we're going to look exactly where these are on our charts. And we're also having a manifestation class on the 2nd of January as well. I'll put the link to Astrology Club in the description. It's a fantastic community, absolutely gorgeous souls. And every week we meet, we go through the astrological energies that are coming. And we really make some massive changes in our lives, one step at a time, that feel really good, really sustainable. So, full moon on the 13th of January, we have the Queen of Air. So, the Queen of Air is a lovely energy of being in your power, of being logical, wise, rational, cool, calm, collected. Yeah, the Cancerian energy is water energy, but this is telling us to bring some of that calm and that rationality to it, to not just use our self-care, but to spend our time with friends, collaborate, share ideas, enjoy the process. So that's what you could be, I guess, replacing some of those energies with that you release on the Cancerian full moon. And then one more card jumped out, and this is the Two of Water. Two fishes. It almost looks like Pisces energy. Two fishes swimming in opposite directions. So the Two of Water is the energy of allowing love in, allowing ourselves to love, allowing ourselves to receive love. One of the amazing women I've been working with for some time, she has got Saturn in Cancer, which means that she can find it hard to ask for and receive nurturing. And I think we can all do that to a degree. Feel like we're worthy of it, ask for it, and then accept it and allow ourselves to take it in body, mind, and soul when it comes. So allow yourself to give and receive love this Christmas season, this New Year's season, and for all the seasons to come. So that is your update for the month ahead. I am taking an extra week off over Christmas, so I will be back in 3 weeks and we'll dive into the gorgeous Aquarius energies and full moon and new moon and everything else that's coming up, and I'll help guide you through it. So happy Christmas, happy New Year, so much love to everybody, and I will see you on the flip side.
This has been the Destiny Keys Life Purpose Astrology with Ahimsa Grace.